Open here.
Hello, wewe.
Usiingie.
We have colleagues watching brief for Gaba Community Church and the victims, the families. They are Mr. Stanley Petro, Mr. Roger Mugabe, and Mr. Pius Katumba. They are all on watching brief on behalf of Gaba Community Church, the operator of the premises where the crime occurred, as well as the families for the victims. The families are here as well.
I just want to understand, Mr. Fellow, are you following?
Yes,
You understanding it?
I am following.
You don't understand.
I do not matter.
But I chose this an inquiry is the matter of conflicts. We're on our instructions from the deputy to commit the accused person for trial, the High Court. We've read out the indictment and some of the case are read to him. And he will be committed at all.
Mr. Fellow,
Yes.
these are the commission papers. Okay. This is the summary of evidence. This is the evidence that the state is going to rely on during your trial. Okay. Yes, you are charged with murder, contrary to section 171 and 172 of the Penal Code Act, Cap 128. It is alleged that Christopher Okello Onyu, on the second day of April 2026 at Gaba Early Childhood Development Center, Gaba Trading Zone, Gaba Parish, Machiden Division, Kampala District, with malice aforethought, you unlawfully caused the death of Edward Gideon. Count 2, you're charged with murder, contrary to section 171 and 172 of the Penal Code Act, Cap 128. It is alleged that Christopher Okello Onyu, on the second day of April 2026, at Gaba Early Childhood Development Center, Gaba Trading Zone, Gaba Parish, Machiden Division, Kampala District, with malice aforethought, unlawfully caused the death of Keisha Otim Agwenowa. Count 3, you are charged with murder, contrary to section 171 and 172 of the Penal Code Act, Cap 128. It is alleged that Christopher Okello Onyu, on the second day of April 2026, at Gaba Early Childhood Development Center, Gaba Trading Zone, Gaba Parish, Machiden Division, Kampala District, with malice aforethought, you unlawfully caused the death of Seriange Ignatius. Count 4, you're equally charged with murder, contrary to section 171 and 172 of the Penal Code Act, Cap 128. It is alleged that Christopher Okello Onyu, on the second day of April 2026 at Gaba Early Childhood Development Center, Gaba Trading Zone, Gaba Parish, Machinga Division, Kampala District, with malice aforethought to unlawfully cause the death of Obunkeke Ryan. This is the evidence that the prosecution intends to rely on during your trial. The deceased persons, namely Etuku Gideon Keisha, Otim, Serianga Ignatius, and Obunkeke Ryan, were infants under the care of Gaba Early Childhood Development Center, a daycare facility under the management of Gaba Community Church at Gaba Trading Zone, Gaba Parish, Machinga Division, Kampala District. Etuku Gideon was a male juvenile, aged 2 years and 6 months. Keisha Otim was a female juvenile, aged 2 years. Serianga Ignatius was a male juvenile, aged 2 years and 5 months. And Obunkeke Ryan was a male juvenile, aged 1 year and 3 months. Gaba Early Childhood Development Center was founded by Gaba Community Church and operates a daycare and early childhood program, which takes care of malnourished or vulnerable children from the community between the ages of 3 months to 3 years. The accused person, Christopher Okello Onyum, is a male adult Ugandan, aged 39 years and holder of a Ugandan National Identification Number CM 87127-100 CTME. The accused is also an American citizen and holder of 2 USA passport number A8185935 and 683248-027. The accused person meticulously planned the attack on Gaba Early Childhood Development Center in the following ways. On the 31st of March 2026, the accused rented a RAV4 motor vehicle registration number UAM 645M from Tripka Rental Uganda for self-drive purposes to facilitate his movement. On the 1st of April 2026, the accused drove motor vehicle registration number UAM 645M from Chanja to Gaba through Ntinda, Nakawa, Chibuli, Kabalagala, Bunga, and Gaba. On the same day, 1st April 2026, the accused visited Gaba Early Childhood Development Center under the guise of seeking admission for his child to survey the premises. At the center, the accused met Ms. Namtebi Phoebe, one of the caretakers from whom he inquired about the requirements for having his child admitted for care. Ms. Namtebi Phoebe provided to the accused the required information for admission, including details of a financial contribution for each child. 4 days prior to the incident, the accused bought a number of knives to be used in the attack. On the second day of April 2026, the morning of the attack, the accused returned to the center after paying Ugandan shillings 195,000 via his mobile money number 0769 582620 to the head of the center, Ms. Odong Annette Ago, on her mobile money line number 0772 966 956. The accused exited the office and immediately initiated a violent assault on the children playing in the compound. The accused used the knife to systematically attack the 4 victims. When the caretaker, Ms. Namtebi attempted to intervene, the accused threatened her life, causing her to fall while he continued to assault on the victims. The accused was apprehended by security at the center and bystanders. During the arrest, he attempted to discard the primary murder weapon, the blood-stained knife. Upon being apprehended, the accused was locked up in a room at the scene to protect him from the charging public as police arrived. At arrest, the accused was found in possession of 2 mobile phones. The management of the center immediately rushed 3 of the 4 victims to Wayne's Medical Center, where they were also pronounced dead on arrival. Police arrived at the scene and rearrested the accused person. The police recovered the blood-stained knife used by the accused person to kill the 4 victims from within the compound. The said knife was exhibited and preserved for further forensic analysis. In the process of transferring the accused to the police patrol vehicle, 2 other knives dropped from his pockets. The said knives were also recovered and exhibited. The police recorded statements from some of the eyewitnesses and also recovered receipt number 2958 of Gaba Community Church for the UGX 195,000 that had been issued to the accused. The police conveyed the accused to Kabalagala police station, where he was taken for first aid for the minor injuries he sustained from members of the public during arrest. The knives recovered at the scene were submitted to the Directorate of Forensic Services for analysis. The forensic examination report shall be relied upon at the trial. The 4 bodies of the deceased children were taken to Mulago City Mortuary for post-mortem examination. For Etuku Gideon, he had a 14-centimeter long open wound on the right side of the neck. The wound was deep, transecting through the skin, plus underlying posterior neck muscles, transacting the esophagus, trachea, internal vein, vagus nerve, and cut fractures of the C6 vertebra. The cause of death was hypovolemic shock due to deep cut injuries to the neck. For Keisha Otim, she was found to have a 9-centimeter long open wound to the right side of the neck. The wound was deep, transecting through the skin, underlying neck muscles, trachea, esophagus, major neck vessels and nerves, cut fracture of the C5 vertebra, rupture of the intervertebral disc, and transection of the spinal cord. The cause of death was hypovolemic shock following deep cut wound to the neck. For Seriang Ignatius, he had a 14-centimeter long open wound to the right side to the neck. The wound was deep, transecting through the skin, fascia and underlying neck muscles, injuring the internal jugular vein, vagus nerve, and branches of subclavian artery and vertebral artery in the neck, trachea, esophagus, major neck vessels and nerves. The cause of death was hypovolemic shock following deep cut injuries to the neck. For Odek Ryan, he was found with a 9-centimeter deep cut wound on the right side to the neck. The wound was deep, dissecting through the underlying neck muscles, neck vessels, trachea, esophagus, cut fractures of C4 vertebra, and transection of the spinal cord. The cause of death was hypovolemic shock following deep cut injuries to the right side of the neck. All the 4 post-mortem examination reports on police form 48B were retrieved and shall be relied upon during trial. The accused recorded a charge and caution statement wherein he confessed to killing all the 4 deceased children. The scene of crime was visited and processed by the scene of crime officer who generated a report. A search was conducted at the residence of the accused person at Katumba Village, Chanja Parish, Nakawa Division, Kampala on the 3rd of April 2026. At the search, a statement was recorded from his landlord at the residence, 2 American passports in the accused's name, 2 mobile phones, and 2 laptops. A sanity medical report for the accused from C-Care, IHK, an American driving permit in the names of the accused, a certificate of good conduct in the names of the accused, and other assorted documents were recovered. A such certificate shall be relied upon during trial. The recovered 2 phones and laptops were submitted to the Directorate of Forensic Services for forensic examination. A forensic examination report shall be relied upon at the trial. The recovered sanity medical report for the accused dated 30th December 2025, authored by psychiatrists from C-Care, IHK, addressed to Immigration Department, Ministry of Internal Affairs, revealed that the accused had no established mental disorder, was sane and mentally fit to live and work in Uganda. He was observed to have no He was observed to have no odd behavior throughout the medical interview. On the 7th day of April 2026, the accused was examined on PF24 and was found to be a male adult, aged 39 years, with some abrasions and bruises to the forehead and abdomen. He was also found to be of normal behavior, calm, cooperative with a coherent speech, intact memory, and exhibited good judgment. His thought process was found to be normal but believed in wealth by human sacrifice, and was able to explain the reason for killing the children of past mental illness. Police investigations revealed that the accused travels in and out of Uganda at different times to different destinations. The accused last entry into Uganda in his passport number A8185935 was on 9 February 2026 via Busia border. A copy of the accused American passport and travel history obtained from the National Citizenship and Immigration Control shall be relied upon during trial. The accused is in his possession a valid driving permit number E624858666 issued by the state of Virginia, USA on 31st July 2025. A copy of the driving permit shall be relied upon at trial. The accused previously applied for and acquired a Baana driving permit in Uganda, which expired in the year 2023. On November 28, 2025, the accused applied for and was issued with a certificate of good conduct by the Directorate of Interpol and International Relations. On the 20th of March 2026, the accused applied for a Ugandan passport. The accused operates bank accounts in Uganda with DFCU and Stanbic banks. Copies of the bank statements will be relied upon at trial. The police investigations further reveal that the accused operates a mobile money account on his telephone number 0769582620 in the names of Christopher Okello Onyum, where he carries out routine transactions for different purposes on different days, including on the fateful day of 2nd April 2026. The accused also operates routine bank wallet transactions from his Stanbic bank account to his mobile money line 0769582620. On the 2nd of April 2026 at 11:09 a.m., the accused transferred UGX 200,000 from his bank account to his mobile line. At 11 a.m., the accused transferred UGX 195,000 from his mobile line to mobile number 0772-966-956, which belongs to Annette Agor, indicating the reason for the transfer as School CRRL on Vum. The mobile money printout shall be relied upon during trial. On the morning of the 2nd of April 2026, the accused moved from Chanja through Clock Tower to Bunga and Gaba, the scene of crime. The accused call data record shall be relied upon during trial. On the 2nd of April 2026 at 11 a.m., the accused's phone made a call to the police emergency line 0323 112 112. The accused's movements prior to the crime were tracked on the police CCTV surveillance cameras. A CCTV analysis report shall be relied upon during trial. Prosecution shall, among others, tender and rely on the following exhibits. 1. Physical evidence, the blood-stained knife, other knives recovered from the accused, and blood-stained clothes of the accused person. Documentary evidence, post-mortem examination reports on PF 48B, accused medical examination on PF 24, the charge and caution statement of the accused, telephone printouts and KYCs, mobile money records, bank statements of the accused person, immigration travel reports, identification documents of the accused person, payment receipt of Gaba Community Church, scene of crime report, court orders, CCTV analysis report, DNA report, accused previous sanity reports, accused certificate of good conduct, accused driving permit, among others. On digital evidence, the prosecution rely on PF 17A, digital forensic report, police CCTV analysis report, among others. Mr. Okello, this is the evidence that the prosecution will rely on during your trial. You're committed to High Court for trial at the next convenient High Court session. This is where you will take plea and you have a right to apply for bail.
Andy.
naye omwami oyo tasaana kubeera mu bantu bamukomyewo eggaba ne babakola ki ne bamuwozeseza kuba ne banatugamba nti mulalu omwami oyo si mulalu kuba omulamuzi atugambye alina passports alina amasimu ga mirundi emeka 2 ajjako ne ssente ne password za pinicode azikola ki azimanyi tube tusaba gavumenti enoonyereze bani abamusindikira ssente zakozesa yafuna obudde obugenda ku maduuka n'agula ebisi ebyatta abaana abo balina abazadde kuba nange nkola ki ne muzadde ne gavumenti wenasigala nga etenoonyereza buli kaseera etugamba enoonyereza erimba bulimbi omusajja bajja kumuta akumwera akola ekintu kyekimu kyetwagala bamuwa abantu bamutere ku state square wali bamukuba amasasi ensi nesinga ekola ki ngaeraba kuba agenda kusigala nga alya ku mmere ya gavumenti ku musolo gwetuwa ffe ng'abannayuganda kyokka kyembadde nsaba gavumenti ekole.
Olina kyogedde nti ebbanga Pulezidenti Museveni yafuze akoleyo ekintu ekyenjawulo
mu myaka gyana gy'amaze ng'afuga tusaba omukulembeze w'eggwanga akoleyo ekitali mu mateeka anenye ku mateeka nga ave ku mateeka amututere ku gulawundi wali ku state square amutuwe tumwekolereko ng'abantu kuba bwe gyakumugamba mbu anoonyereza tebikola afuuka ekyokulabirako nga tanaba kulayira nga 10 z'omwezi nga 12 akitukolere nga tanaba kulayira atukolera ekyo kyetwagala ffe ng'abannayuganda tujja kumusiima ku lwekyo